Right, okay, so we have our next run ready to go. I will now pass you over to Joseph. So now it's ready whenever you are. Right, Joseph, ready when you are.
Alright, I'm ready. Okay.
Right now, so let me know when you're ready and just count me down. I'll be ready.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm ready then. So, okay, so I will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So this is, so you can hear me? Am I hearable? Alright. Um, this is Colin McRae Rally on the Game Boy Color. Um, how do I even begin talking about this? Uh, it's an adaptation of the PlayStation 1 or PC game or whatever, released 2 years later. So yeah, the timer started a bit early. Oh, okay. Well, um, but yeah, this is an adaptation to the Game Boy Color of that game, and it's hard to determine. Like, I guess it's all right as a port. This is okay. They did an admirable job. As you can see, I'm doing some cuts here. We've kind of optimized this stage pretty well. Um, yeah, this is a decent. Oh, little mistake there. Decent game here. Obviously, in the what is the bird's eye view or isometric actually. So yeah, um, it's all right. I kind of enjoy it. It's not great or anything, but ooh, this is a decent little game. It's hard to get used to because you can't see in front of you. But once you memorize the tracks, it gets okay. And this run consists of 6 stages, 2 in each country. First country here is New Zealand, and then we have Greece and Austria. So that's the first stage finished. So after every stage, you have an opportunity, just like in the other games, to repair your car, change the tires or whatever. Yeah, do it for the memes. Yeah. So yeah, I did a video a while back comparing the course layouts, or the track layouts, and they did a decent job of actually getting the courses from the main game. They like it's a difficult process, but I think they got the main turns, hazards and stuff pretty decent. So give them some kudos for that. But yeah, it's not too hard to learn this game. And thankfully, this run is pretty short, so if you ever decided to try this, it's not long. But yeah, when you're when you do this championship, you have a choice of 2 cars. The first car is this one, the Golf, and the second car is a Ford Escort, Mark II, I think. And here's a cut you can do. So instead of going around this, oh, ooh my. So instead of going around this S, if you do it properly, you can get through there real smooth and save a lot of time. Even if you screw up, I wouldn't worry too much. The AI in this difficulty is kind of a cakewalk, really. It's very difficult to lose against them. Uh, there are differences between the cars. It's not just visual, and obviously it's hard to make them look visually different because of the limited graphics and all that. But there are some differences in the performance. Like the Golf here is a bit better on the grip, but the Escort has more top speed. So yeah, it's all about getting used to the vehicles, which one you want to use. So yeah. Coming up to the end here. Oh, we did it too early. Man, that hasn't happened in a while. Yeah, a little too early with that one. Decent anyway. No record-setting things here, but does a job. So yeah, Greece, just like in the console games, is a faster track. You're going to be going higher speeds. Turns are not going to be as intense. Things like that. Less hazards. A bit of a nasty start of the rocks there. You got to be careful about that when you're doing this for the first or second time. But yeah, sometimes things you need to know are the co-driver. He doesn't point out all the turns, like all the turns aren't indicated. Sometimes he will just say them, so you have to remember that. It's usually the minor turns he doesn't point out, like it doesn't come up as a marker. And sometimes the commands overlap each other, the pace notes. Sometimes he says them too early, like here I think he's a bit early on it. It's more suited for a faster car. So yeah, sometimes they come a little too early, sometimes they come too late. So you just have to memorize that. But yeah, overall, it's not too bad. You get used to it. It's actually not a bad little game, yo. So this is just the Novice Championship. It really is just a small championship. You don't get any kind of medal or anything at the end. No congratulatory message, nothing like that. It's just, you've done the Novice, and now it's like, okay, you can at least do the Novice one, so you go ahead and do the Intermediate one. And that's when things get a bit more difficult. Tracks get harder, and you get faster cars. So this stage is a little bit more tough. It contains the part at the end where it's mostly just grass and a bunch of tree stumps, just like in the original, and it can be a challenge because you can't see in front of you. And you're basically at max speed the whole way through that section, and you could hit any tree stump and you're down to 0. One good thing though, you can't roll over in this game, so you know, at least that. The annoying thing is that you'd think, okay, you can reverse in case you make a mistake. You can reverse and be like, alright, well, minor mistake, just get back on the road. However, there's a weird thing with the reversing. Normally when you reverse a car, you would think that if you turn the steering wheel left or something, then the car would like start backing up, well, how you expect it. Here it's like reversed. It's as if something is odd about the reversing in this game. It's like, yeah, it's mirrored, I suppose. Opposite. Some cuts here, like this one. It's not a major thing, but you learn them and it saves some time. Some nasty little things sticking out, like that. Then there's this rock you have to watch out for, and then there's going to be another fence sticking out. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is pretty nasty if you don't know what you're looking for. Overall, not bad actually. Just hitting the fence there. And that's Greece finished. Pretty good against the AI there. And when you come to Austria, you have to make sure to switch your tires to wet grooves. Otherwise, you'll have a tough time here, and it's already not very grippy with those wet grooves, so using dry ones, you're basically, it's like on ice. This is a bit more controllable, and it behaves like you think it would, actually, surprisingly. Car slides a bit, but it's in a controllable state. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Tree stumps everywhere. And some of the turns are kind of hard to tell. So, just have to recommend braking early a lot of these times. Because having control is always a lot better, getting your car and facing the right way. Oh yeah, this requires a little bit more concentration than the other two stages. Because you have to watch your speed, make sure you are at the right speed for all the stuff that's in front of you. Yeah, this is a bit... I sometimes forget this, where there's like a right before the actual turn. Game doesn't notify you of these things. Sometimes it just doesn't do that. Some little turns it just won't tell you about, and it'll throw you off. Coming up to the village. That's when you know you're almost done. 201's okay, but if you can get a sub 2 on this track, or on this stage, that's very good, actually. And here's the final stage of Novice. This part of the beginning can be really tricky, actually. Yeah, really. Because there's a fence on one side, rocks on the other. So, can be quite difficult. Yeah, this one's a bit... Yeah, this was probably the hardest turn in this whole thing, because it comes really late. And then the final part of this stage consists of asphalt driving. It's slippery asphalt, but it's a lot grippier than whatever else you've been driving on so far. Coming to the very final bit of this, and time. There you go. That is the Novice Championship in this game.